Tonight's radio drama was written a long time ago by Warren Wiersbe. It's full of one-liners and really, really bad puns. Unless you really like puns, then they're probably really, really good. It's a play on words, a double meaning, an innuendo, or even a double entendre or two. We did make a few minor changes to the script to avoid any potentially ugly lawsuits. So sit back, suspend disbelief, and let us transport you to the days of the American frontier in the wild lands of Texas.
The makers of Fatrical present Frontier Mortician. Are you skinny and run down? Are you so thin you have to wear skis in the bathroom to keep from going down the drain? When you turn sideways and stick out your tongue, do you look like a zipper? When you drink strawberry pop, do you look like a thermometer? Then you need Fatrical, the drink that adds weight to you. Fatrical is not a capsule. It is not a solid. It is not a liquid. It's a gas that you inhale. Fatrical comes in one delicious gas flavor, mustard. It costs only $4.95 a case, and the equipment for inhaling it costs $5,678. This includes a 5,000 cubic foot tank, 400 feet of hose, 3 pumps, 2 filter tips, and a partridge in a pear tree. Now for our story. The Adventures of Trigger Mortis, Frontier Mortician. The scene opens in the residence of Sam Alamode, a wealthy rancher and owner of the Barbecue Ranch in Spare Rib, Texas. Sam is dying and is talking to his lovely daughter, Piney Alamode, whom he lovingly calls Pie.
Pie, honey, I'm dying again. Go tell Trigger Mortis, the Frontier Mortician. Have hearse. We'll travel.
What's wrong with you, Daddy? What is your ailment?
I swallowed the thermometer, and I'm dying by degrees.
I'll go call Trigger Mortis right away.
Unknown to Sam Alamode, his head foreman, Joe Silver, is hiding outside listening to the conversation. Sam always calls him his faithful companion, Silver. Sam doesn't hear Joe speak.
Well, let old Sam die. I wish he would. Then I can get the wrench and be set for life. He's always got some foolish disease. Last week, he swallowed a dynamite cap and, well, his hair come out in bangs. Before that, he swallowed a hydrogen bomb and had a atomic ache. He's suffering from that flower disease. He's just a blooming idiot. Hey, here comes Pie Alamode's stupid boyfriend, Arnie. Poor kid. He's an orphan. Little orphan Arnie. I'll just sneak away.
I haven't seen my girlfriend, Pie Alamode, for 2 weeks. Boy, she has lovely eyes. One is brown and the other 2 are blue. Last time I was with her, she rolled her eyes at me. Then she picked them up and rolled them back. I remember the first time she kissed me. Her arms were wrapped around my neck. It made chills go up and down my spine. Then I found her popsicle was leaking. I'll knock on the doors.
Who is it?
It's me, honey. And I call you honey because you have hives.
Oh, my Cookie. I'll call you Cookie because you're so crummy.
We interrupt this love scene to bring you a message from Peter Pan Makeup. Use Peter Pan before your pan peters out. This is the makeup used by the stars: Lassie, Gentle Ben, Phyllis Diller. Listen to this letter from Mrs. Murgatroyd Flugelhorn from Liver Lip, Mississippi. My face was so wrinkled I had to screw my head on. Then I used Peter Pan makeup, and I don't look like an old woman anymore. I look like an old man. I had my wrinkles tightened up, and now every time I raise my eyebrows, I pull up my socks. I give all the credit to Peter Pan. Use Peter Pan and you can be beautiful too. Now back to Frontier Mortician Trigger Mortis. The Frontier Mortician is answering his telephone.
Oh, it's you, Miss Pie Alamode. You want me to come see your father? Well, my hearse has been giving me trouble. I think I blew a gasket. I've got to quit using embalming fluid in the gas tank. The motor keeps dying.
Oh.
Yes. Well, I have to finish my breakfast. I'm eating shrouded wheat and ghost toasties. Well, I'll hurry right out. Goodbye. I must be shoveling off.
Pie Alamode hangs up and goes to meet her lover, little orphan Arnie, in their favorite meeting place, the family graveyard.
It's so romantic here in the graveyard. There's the grave of my Uncle Ernest. Look, there are some maggots making love in Dad Ernest.
Darling, may I have your hand in marriage?
My hand? Oh, yes. In fact, you can have my arm, too.
Here, I'll put this ring on your finger.
Ah, your face is turning red.
Yeah, and your finger's turning green. After all, we've been going together for 12 years.
So what do you want? A pension? Let's go tell my father.
This program is brought to you by the Double Insanity Insurance Company. Mothers, do you have children? Then protect them with a double deal policy. We pay $100,000 if your son is killed by a herd of white elephants going east on Thursday. If you lose an arm, we'll help you look for it. If you get hit in the head, we pay you in one lump sum. We have double indemnity clause, too. If you die in an accident, we bury you twice. Now, a report from the National Safety Council. It is predicted that 356 people will die in accidents this weekend. So far, only 135 have been reported. Some of you aren't trying. Now, back to our story. Joe Silver is plotting to kidnap Pie Alamode and hold her for ransom. He thinks Sam Alamode is dying, but he really isn't. Trigger Mortis, the Frontier Mortician, is on his way to the ranch.
Well, here I am. When you're at death's door, I'll pull you through.
Good to see you, Trigger. Can you give me a good funeral?
I'll give you a good funeral, or your mummy back. Could I interest you in our new layaway plan?
I'm a sick man. The doctor told me to drink some medicine after a hot bath, and I could hardly finish drinking the bath.
You need some of my Whistler's mother's medicine. 1 dose and you're off your rocker.
Trigger, I can trust you, can't I?
Of course. Have I ever let you down?
Well, I don't trust my faithful companion, Silver. He's got a sneaky look.
I happen to know, Sam, that Joe Silver wants to kidnap your daughter and keep her from marrying little orphan Arnie.
Trigger, we gotta do something. Think of a plan.
Will Trigger Mortis think of a plan? While he thinks, a word from Honest John Pendergast, the used car dealer. Honest John has bargains in used cars that you can't afford to miss. Here's an 1887 Essex. This is a revolutionary car. Washington drove it at Valley Forge. The tires are so beat that you not only knock the pedestrians down, you whip them to death. The car has low lines. In fact, it's so low, it doesn't have doors. It has manhole covers. This program is brought to you by Glum, the toothpaste that gives your bad breath the good housekeeping seal of approval. Are your teeth like the 10 Commandments? All broken? Do you have a Pullman car mouth? One upper and one lower? Then use Glum. Glum contains eucalyptus oil, flown in from Australia. This eucalyptus oil is the secret of Glum. Millions of users say, "Man, eucalyptus." Be true to your teeth, and they will never be false to you. Now back to Frontier Mortician. Sam, Pie, Arnie, and Trigger Mortis are trying to figure out how to get rid of Joe Silver.
I have a splitting headache.
Have your eyes ever been checked?
No, they've always been blue. Trigger, why don't we put Joe in one of your coffins and ship him out of state?
A tisket, a tasket. I'll put him in a casket. Listen, Sam, I was in love once, so I know what Arnie and Pie are going through.
You were in love?
I was stuck on a girl who worked at the glue factory. She had a schoolgirl's complexion with diplomas under her eyes. Her lips were like pedals, bicycle pedals. Those lips, those teeth, that hair, that eye.
Hey, here comes Joe Silver. Get your coffin ready, Trigger.
Daddy, lie on your bed and act like you're dead.
Sam lies on the bed and holds his breath. Trigger takes off his shoes, and they all hold their breath. At this breathless moment, we bring you the daily police calls. Calling car 15, calling car 15. Happy birthday, car 15. You are now car 16. Car 56, rush to the big top at Bungling Brothers. A young boy ran away with the circus, and they want it back. Car 23, return the 10-gallon hat bought for the mayor. He has an 11-gallon head. Car 19, go to the corner of 6th and Main. The cook at the Chinese restaurant has just committed chop suicide. Now back to the story. Joe Silver enters Sam's bedroom as the others hide.
So, I finally caught you scoundrel. You cut my check so many times I have to endorse it with mercurochrome. I want to marry your daughter, Sam, and nobody's going to stop me. Sure, I'm tough. I've been set up the river so many times I get fan mail from the salmon. The last time they caught me, I got 10 years in jail and 2 in the electric chair. Even when I was a baby, people were pinning things on me. Now I'm going to get you.
Get him, Arnie.
Help. You're mushing me.
That takes care of him. Now I have to run for a body. A fella in town swallowed a quart of shellac and died. He had a lovely finish.
How can we thank y'all? Y'all come to the wedding for sure, won't you?
Yes, I plan to give you a tombstone for a present, but don't take it for granted.
Thanks, Trig. By the way, stop over and we'll play a round of golf someday.
Don't ever play golf with an undertaker. He's always on top with the last hole.
Now that we're alone, Pie, my love, someday you'll have my name.
I never did find out. What's your last name, Arnie?
My name is Arnie R. Square.
What a lovely name I'll have. Mrs. Pie R. Square.
And as the sun sinks slowly in the west, we leave the lovers as they plan their future. Tune in tomorrow for a new adventure brought to you by Bleedies, the cereal for old goats. Bleedies contains 56% iron, 22% copper, 78% steel, 14% bronze, and 11% zinc. It doesn't snap, crack, or pop. It lies there and rusts. Bleedies isn't the breakfast of champions. It's for people who just want to get into the semifinals. In closing, be sure to visit your local dime store where they're having a monster sale. Haven't you always wanted to own your own monster? We have vampires at special prices. They're excellent for curing tired blood. These are experienced vampires who will work who all work as tellers in blood banks. Now, tune in tomorrow for the first episode of the new story, I Was a Teenage Spinster, brought to you by the Gardener's Magazine, Weeder's Digest.
How about another big hand for the Mayflower Mosaic players? The narrator, Craig Showalter, Sam Alamode, Larry Collins, Piney Pie Alamode, Sue Deeter, Joe Silver with Steve Skinner, Trigger Mortis, John Robertson, Arnie, Norv Deeter, and keyboard accompaniment by Mr. Darren Williams.